So, hi Aries, welcome to your love reading, your 21 card Gypsy Tarot love spread. Just shuffling out the energies of the card at the moment from the last readings I did. We're going to ask Universe Spirit, what's coming in for Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising signs, Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising signs and their love lives in the month of November 2016. Show me Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising signs, Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising signs for their love situation going on in the month of November 2016. In this 21 card Gypsy Tarot spread, show me. Okay, so we've shuffled the cards. We're going to separate the deck into three, collect it back up, and we're going to start laying the cards from right to left. Move this along a little bit here so we can try and fit all the cards in. Let's get the difficult really trying to get all the cards on screen, because usually I would record via the camera. The problem is with the camera, it takes forever, so I'm going to have to get the December readings done a little bit earlier this month to make sure that everything is done, because I prefer to record on the camera, to be perfectly honest with you. Right, so this is the 21 card Gypsy Tarot spread. We're going to have a look at what your mental and emotional state is, Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising, for the month of November 2016. Three of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles. Well, it's a lovely energy so far for your mental and emotional state, because I feel that, you know, the Three of Pentacles, some of you guys mentally might be focused on moving in with a partner, for example, with that Three of Pentacles sitting there, and, you know, a lot of work that you're putting into this. So for some of you guys, it might be a home move that you're doing with your partner. There might be marriage plans to make, so an engagement. Usually when you get this card, it often refers to talking to somebody who's in the know. So this can be a priest or a pastor of your church, or you know, an estate agent or something like that. And then after a discussion around your relationship with these people, for some of you guys it might be marriage counseling, because this card refers to anything to do with kind of expansion and developments, and you know, this person is asking for advice from that third person there. So it might be, you know, it looks very good mentally and emotionally to me, because it looks like you're willing to put the hard work in. You're working on plans here with the Eight of Pentacles. And with that Three of Pentacles there, we can see the start of something that's being worked on, the development. So it's, you know, these two people are kind of, you know, I've got a plan of action here. What can you do with it? How can you help us to bring this dream alive? And the person says we can do this, this and this, and then this could be the workman. So some of you guys mentally might be thinking about, you know, what the person's doing, what plans what they're actually doing with your plans. And as a result of that, with the Magician card, it's all about, you know, finally seeing something come to life, because the Magician means to manifest. It means to bring something into reality. So I feel that mentally and emotionally around love, you're looking at developing plans, working together as a team for some of you guys, working really hard. And it's almost like this Eight of Pentacles individual here is the workman who's taking your plans, working on them, and then bringing your dreams to life with the Magician card. Let's have a look at what's going on in your personal situation. The Wheel of Fortune, the Empress. Oh, why is that? Five of Cups. Okay, so this is an interesting one, because I didn't expect to see the Five of Cups here. The Five of Cups is broken friendships or broken relationships. Just trying to think. Well, in your personal situation, the Wheel of Fortune always refers to a change. And it doesn't come after the Wheel of the Empress, it comes before it. So this change has brought in some luck. Or, there's been a change in I feel, your love lives for some of you guys in the month of November 2016. That change involves an Empress. So the Empress often refers to, for some of you guys, you might have been single or something like that. And so if you've been single, it could be that there's been a change in your single status as an Empress, potentially, Aries. Because the Empress often refers to single mothers or people who have been working hard to bring something to life, to create something, but it's interesting that Five of Cups should show up here in your present situation, because Five of Cups often refers to loss or sadness. I do feel that there's been some lucky breaks or lucky changes that have brought in Empress is represented by Venus, the planet of love. So this is about attraction, or it's about love, or it's about relationships. It's about mutual attraction. It's about a burgeoning or a growing relationship. So there seems to have been a wheel of fortune that's come in here, something fortunate in the month of November 2016. Sometimes this refers to things coming in out of the blue. So for some of you guys in your present situation, it might be that a relationship came out of the blue, and it seems really positive with the Empress card. Maybe it's helping you to overcome some loss that you felt with the Five of Cups there at the end. And this is why in the present situation, mentally and emotionally, you might be looking at developing this relationship, working towards making it work. So the Age of Pentacles means to focus on something, to work towards a good outcome in which you start to create a new reality. So maybe that's why we've got this Five of Cups here, because for some of you guys, you have experienced some loss maybe within a relationship here. And it's this Wheel of Fortune here, this change of events that's brought in this new relationship, or that's brought in a relationship that is everything that you wanted it to be, that's helping you overcome the loss. So therefore, mentally now, you're thinking, well, wow, what can be developed here? We could look at moving in together. We could, there could be discussions around moving in together, or discussions on, how we develop this relationship further. We're going to work hard towards doing this, because we, after this heartache, this disappointment of the Five of Cups within your love life, I'm looking to mentally and emotionally create something new with the Magician. What are your hopes and desires? The Ten of Cups. Justice. And the Hermit. So we could say that maybe your hopes and desires are that, Justice and the Ten of Cups can mean a marriage, or it can mean a contract, because the Justice card, remember, relates to contracts, and the Hermit relates to time on our own. So we could say that your hopes and desires will be to have justice over the Hermit. So for some, and especially if you've been the Five of Cups, if you've been on your own, and there's a relationship that came in out of the blue, and it's really looking positive, it's looking really like it has great potential with this Empress card, and it's helping you to overcome some form of loss here, that your hopes and desires will be that you're going to have your happy ending here with the Ten of Cups. Could involve something of a marriage contract maybe with the Justice card, or that finally you receive all your rewards for all of the heartache that you've been through, and you'll overcome this time of solitude, potentially with the Hermit. Often when you get the Hermit in terms of love, sometimes this means that you're coming to a period of the end of a period of loneliness with that Hermit card. So I definitely feel here for some of you Aries, Sun, Moon and Rising signs, you're looking at coming out of a time of loneliness and really kind of forming this relationship with a particular person for some of you guys in the month of November 2016. What are your expectations? The World. The King of Swords. And the Fool. And I'm noticing as well, with all of these cards in the bottom layer, the Magician, the Five of Cups, the Hermit, and the Fool, they're all about starting over again. Because when you get fives in a reading, they mean changes. So changes after a challenge. The Hermit is about changes, going from one part of your life into another. It's a number 9 card. It represents isolation, but when it comes to love readings, a lot of the time this can mean I'm coming out of this period now. I've finally found the light, and the Fool often means to start all over again. So I feel that you're expecting the world with a particular person. That's the King of Swords showing there. This all could be an air sign individual. Usually King of Swords represents an Aquarius individual, male or female. But I feel that it's almost like you're expecting the world. You're expecting great things with this person, this King of Swords. And you're expecting with the Fool card to be able to start all over again. Because remember, the Fool is 0. So we always go back to the Fool because we're always learning. And also, if your hopes are the Hermit to come out of a time of solitude, then the Fool would be that you could, because when you get the Hermit and then the Fool in front, it means something is revealed. So if you got the Hermit there and then the Fool, it would mean that a secret would stay a secret. If you get the Hermit and then the Fool, it means that the time of solitude here, you come out of this with the Fool, if that makes sense. So your hopes are to end this period of loneliness with the Hermit, and as a result of that, you're expecting to be the Fool, to finally jump into a fun time, finally jump into your bliss. And this would tally for me with the World card, the expectation that, you know, you'll have a great achievement with a particular person, King of Swords, in which you're able to kind of enjoy life again, step into your bliss, start all over again. What are the hidden factors? The Ace of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, and the Ace of Pentacles. So, you know, this person might be having, and I feel that, you know, when I do hidden factors, it's not you. It can have a message for you in the hidden factors, but it can also be, you know, that this is the person that you're looking at. It's their hidden factors. It's something that they're not telling you. So it can be that the expectations are that you're going to have, you know, everything you ever wanted with that World card, with this King of Swords. Because finally, you've released yourself from this Hermit stage and you've become the Fool. You're starting all over again. You're entering into a new, exuberant, exciting time in your life with this particular person. And that's because mentally and emotionally, you're thinking about developing the developments, what could develop within this relationship. And that, you know, you put hard work into it with the Eight of Pentacles, and you're going to manifest your heart's desires, your greatest dreams with that Magician card. But it might be that this person feels a little bit that they can't say to you, they can't say something to you, or they feel a little bit not trapped. I mean, the Ace of Swords is entrapment, yes, but it's also a card that says, I can't say what's on my mind, or I feel it's difficult to, it's often the card of frustration. It could be that this person is feeling a little bit frustrated with the Eight of Swords mentally, or a little bit held back because of this, the potential. Or, you know, when you look at the Page of Pentacles, it can be, well, I'm looking at the opportunity here for something long term. So it might be that they're feeling a little bit nervous, I feel, with this Eight of Swords over the way that, you know, not the fact that this relationship isn't good, but just the fact that, you know, they're going to have to look at kind of the potential for something long term. And whilst you're looking at it long term here, they might have a little bit of reservations, I feel, with this Eight of Swords energy here in the hidden factors. Eight of Swords usually means I'm either not saying something, or I can't say something, or I feel a little bit restricted. So it can also be the hidden factors that there might be restrictions on the start of this thing with the Page of Pentacles. Maybe there's something to do with money, especially for some of you guys, you're planning some form of a wedding here. Maybe this person isn't saying, well, there's going to be a few restrictions in terms of, you know, how big the wedding's going to be, or how big this is going to be, or that's going to be because of money, or, you know, where we can move to, if we can move to a bigger house or a smaller house. Because we do have Pentacle cards here, and they're in the hidden factors. Page of Pentacles can mean a shortage of money, and the Ace of Pentacles can mean I need money. Okay, so there might be something as mundane as, you know, somebody feels a little bit of a restriction in this area here. What you're thinking of is, you know, for some of you guys, it might be wedding plans, it might be engagements, it might be moving in together that requires hard work with the Eight of Pentacles in order to kind of bring this dream to life with the Magician. So it might be for some of you guys, you know, go large or go home sort of thing. And this person wants it too, but they might feel restricted in terms of maybe there's a shortage of money, and maybe they need money with the Eight of Pentacles in order to bring this to life, and they're not saying this to you. Or it can simply be, you know, this person might be feeling a little bit restricted because the Page of Pentacles means the start of something, but it also means I'm looking at something realistically here, and it's gonna, you know, it means, you know, we're starting out on this long-term role in terms of the relationship. What's coming in the immediate future? The Lovers. Oh, Knight of, nice, lovely. Please be a good God. Please. Yay. I think it's really good because the strength card doesn't just mean to refrain from something. It also means to be each other's support. So we can see in the immediate future, you're in love. Okay, so we see a union and partnership in which somebody is wearing their heart on their sleeve and they're offering you love. They're telling you that they love you because it's based on trust. The strength card also means to trust because you've got a lion here. Now, who's going to go near a lion? I'm not going to go near a lion. You're not going to go near a lion. But somehow this woman goes to the lion and she sedates him. And the lion lets her because it's about trusting each other. Even though you might have different points of opinion, even though you might kind of be like, well, I think this and you think that, and we're at polar opposites, or, we're at different ends of the spectrum in terms of how we think about things, at the end of the day, you come together because there is trust. So I see in the immediate future there is trust in relationships, Aries, for some of you guys in the month of November 2016. And they're all really positive cards when it comes to love. If I had more negative cards around this strength card, I would say this was something else. You need to be strong. But you don't need to be strong because you've got an offer of love here. And it's around your relationship. Somebody's telling you that they love you. And sometimes when you get the Lovers and the Knight of Cups, it can mean a proposal of marriage, for example, in which you walk together. You're each other's support. So for some of you guys, if you are looking at kind of moving in together or, marriage or anything like that in the month of November 2016, Aries, I feel that there's a strong relationship here, and it might be in the hidden factors somebody doesn't really want to let you down over something here. And what's the overall outcome? Please be good, jeez. The Three of Wands. The Two of Pentacles. Oh, that's interesting. Well, the Three of Wands represents to wait in terms of love. I hope you guys can see that. And the one thing I never want to do with tarot is just read the cards and try and get them to fit in with everything else. That's not what tarot is about, and we shouldn't be doing it like that. It's very easy to do things like that within the tarot. There are certain cards, no matter, I always say with tarot, you know the rules and you can break them. And that's true. You know the general meanings and you can break them. But there's only so far that you can break the meaning of a card. Okay, so I could go here and say, your ships are coming in, and the Two of Pentacles means working together, and because you've got some deep, deep love going on. And it might mean that with the moon, because the moon means to feel very, very deeply and intense about someone. Okay, it does. But it also means that there are some issues that still need to be dealt with. We're going to read this in a couple of ways, the outcome, because I don't want to, a lot of these love readings can be negative, I find. And I don't know why. So, I'm trying my best to put a positive spin on stuff, obviously. But also, I'm a truth teller, and I don't want to lie on readings just so it makes people happy. That's not what I'm about at Carol's Universe. It's not a bad reading at all. It's a very, very good one. For some of you guys in the month of November 2016, we're going to explain this a couple of ways, okay? So it kind of fits in, I suppose, with everybody. I feel that for some of you guys, the mental and emotional state will be around developing the development of relationships with this Three of Pentacles. It could be to do with church weddings, engagements, moving in together with your partner. And you seem to be working towards this with the Eight of Pentacles, mentally and emotionally. The desire is to move towards this, to work hard toward this, because you want to create a new reality with this Magician card here. You want to create something quite powerful and breakable. In your everyday life, this is because there's been a change that came in, a good change in fortune, in which a relationship with the Empress is burgeoning. And for some of you guys, it will help you to overcome with the loss of other relationships with the Five of Cups. Your hopes and desires are to probably get married, maybe, with this Justice and the Ten of Cups. Make it official, make the relationship official. But this might take some thinking about with the Hermit card, or it could be so you come out of a time, you're hoping that a time of loneliness will be over with this, and that you'll be a complete and utter unit. But in your expectations for some of you guys will be, well, I expect the world. I expect great things from the King of Swords, which are going to enable us to kind of, step into this new reality, step into this time of bliss, move forward together with that Fool card. What you don't know is that possibly this King of Swords is not saying something to you. But it could be because shortage of finances. Maybe he or she needs more finances to help contribute towards the house move or the marriage or the wedding or whatever it is. But the overall outcome shows that this person here, they're in love. And they're going to show you that they're in love. And that you're a unit. And that you're together with the Strength card. And therefore in the outcome, your ships seem to be coming in. Your greatest desires that you're wanting to experience seem to be coming in with that Three of Wands. There will be some adjustments to be made because you've got the Two of Pentacles. Could be a money thing, especially if it's something to do with moving home, getting married. Because there might be some deep worries. And there's deep worries showing the hidden factors with the Eight of Swords. And it could be with this King of Swords individual who's not saying something to you, that they've got some worries around moving in together or getting married or something, but it's probably to do with something like finances potentially. The other way that we could look at this reading is that in your mental and emotional state, Three of Pentacles could be a love, whenever you get like multiple cards like the Three of Pentacles, Three of Wands, that type of thing, it can mean that there's a third wheel. So it can mean that maybe mentally there's a three-way relationship going on, and you have been working hard to try and, with the Magician card, release this energy. So, I mean, it doesn't look bad here within the reading, but for some of you guys, it could be also that, you're looking at the development of a relationship. You're willing to work hard with that Magician to, make things work, to create something of wonderment within the relationship, because maybe there's been changes within your relationship. The Empress is a card about prosperity and growth. So when we look at the Empress in terms of love, it's to do with the growth of a relationship. So maybe there's been changes around the growth of your relationship, and this has rendered the relationship difficult because we've got the Five of Cups. And when you get the Five of Cups, because this person looks at Three of Cups in front of him, it can mean broken relationships. So we've got another number 3 here. Number 3 here represents growth, but 3 here in the Five of Cups represents loss. So for some of you guys, it might be that you want to work hard to maintain a relationship here, because there's been in your everyday life maybe changes, big changes that have come in that have affected the growth with that Five of Cups of the relationship. Your hopes will be that maybe someone, and this could be the Hermit individual, will want the same things as you do. So this Hermit here, sometimes also when you get the Hermit in terms of love, it means that somebody takes themselves outside of the relationship. So maybe this is where the changes come in for some of you Aries, Sun, and Rising signs, that somebody that you were hoping, or that you have been mentally and emotionally very attached to here, very kind of wanting to work on developing the relationship, maybe to start all over again with the Magician card. So this could be marriage counselling, for example, or getting some advice or something like that. But there's, for me, mentally and emotionally, Three of Pentacles is the development, it's the discussion, it's the conversation, in order to kind of work things through, focus on what needs to be done. Maybe you're mentally and emotionally you're looking at developing this relationship because you need to repair it with the Eight of Pentacles in order for it to start all over again with the Magician. The Magician often means to start all over again as well. Because in your personal situation, it might be there's been a change on the growth of this relationship with that Empress card, and it seems to have led to some form of loss here with the Five of Cups. Your hopes are that, you'll come back together with the Ten of Cups. There'll be justice where you're able to kind of make some adjustments in the relationship, and maybe this person here, in your hopes and desires for Hermit, nobody would, the only way that you would desire a Hermit is if it helped you to develop your own inner knowing. So it could be that your hopes are that through a time of solitude with that Hermit card, maybe you and your partner have been apart, it could be that through a time of solitude you finally discovered that you want to be together, you want to make the relationship far more stronger and permanent, because tens mean permanence. So permanent relationship here, and justice means a contract. So often this is why these cards can relate to sort of marriage and making a contract and making something far more legal and more, permanent. So it could be that, you're hoping that through this time of you guys thinking about the relationship, sorting out what you want, that you'll come together and it'll be far more permanent, maybe result to marriage, that type of thing, which is why we see these cards here. Your expectations are, though, that maybe with the World card, this thing has run its course, because the World card can also mean that there are limitations. So it might be that what you're expecting is that there are limitations within the relationship, because the King of Swords wants to be free with the Fool card. So it could be that you're expecting, your hopes are that, after this time of thinking, solitude, contemplation with the Hermit, that the Ten of Cups and the Justice card, you'll come back together and it'll be hunky-dory and you'll have your happy ever after. Because in your personal situation, there has been almost like a change within the growth of your relationship with that Empress, and it's resulted in some sadness here with the Five of Cups. And mentally, you're thinking to yourself, you know what, I'd love it if we, could develop this relationship. We should really kind of work hard to repair this and start all over again with the Magician. But what you're really expecting is, well, maybe this King of Swords, there's going to be limitations with him, or the relationship has run its course because this person really wants to be free with the Fool. This person lacks too much of commitment here. So therefore, in the hidden factors, this person here might not be telling you, or they might feel guilty, because the Eight of Swords can sometimes mean I feel guilty, I don't want to face up to something. So this person in the hidden factors might be feeling guilty here. Maybe because they've looked at other options and an opportunity has come along to them. But what's interesting is that in the immediate future, though your expectations are that maybe this person wants to be free, and though they might be hiding something from you here, with this Eight of Swords, Page of Pentacles, because they might feel restrictions in the hidden factors around the relationship, because they have been looking at other opportunities with that Page of Pentacles, and there's been one particular opportunity that might have come to them with the Ace of Pentacles that might have some potential here in terms of love. But in the end, this person is in love with you. They seem to want to declare it with the Knight of Cups. But I'm wondering if this Strength card is telling you to hold fire. Because the Strength card can also mean, just looking at the basis of these three cards here in the outcome, this could be, this relationship here, you and this person will come to you and they'll say, I really do care about you. But you might be resistant here with the Strength card in a way. Because the overall outcome shows with the Three of Wands can sometimes mean it's a love triangle, and maybe this person has been weighing things up within the relationship. Because with the Moon card, they might be holding secrets. Or it could be saying in the outcome that, your ships are coming in with this person. So therefore, we could turn this around again and say, if this person in the hidden factors feels a sense of restriction mentally because they've been, in terms of the relationship, you're here, I feel, looking at this relationship developing. Because there's been a big change in the growth of it. This person might have been changing towards you. They might not be as demonstrative or loving towards you. And it's making you think, wow, what's happening to the relationship? It was going so good, but the Wheel of Fortune says something's changed. And it's making me feel uncomfortable with the Five of Cups because we're in love and, what's going on? So it's putting you kind of like, oh, what's happening here? And your hopes are, well, maybe after this person comes out of their difficult stage with the Hermit card, that, we'll resume this relationship properly and we'll kind of make it stronger and possibly even marriage and that. Maybe they're just going through a difficult phase. But you're expecting, well, maybe there are limitations here with the World because this King of Swords looks like he wants to be free. He's not being as attentive to me. He or she's not being as attentive to me. And they've gone off the boil a little bit lately. What you're not seeing is this person feels a little bit restricted, frustrated, because they probably have been looking at other options with that Page of Pentacles, and an option could have presented itself to them that's to him or her that's been quite firm. But in the immediate future, this person will come to you, the Lover's card, and they'll offer their love to you. They'll tell you that they're in love with you, and they'll be the coming together with the Strength card. But the outcome still says that with the Three of Wands, though your ships, or you feel that, things might have be coming in now within this relationship. This person, it's either this person is kind of indecisive still, maybe because of they're not sure with the moon or they're holding a secret, or it could mean that you, Aries, need to kind of weigh things up a little bit because there's still things that still need to be resolved with that moon card in the outcome. So I'm reading that two ways. For some of you guys, it'll be great. Things seem to be moving along tickety-boo in a way. There's just a few things that probably need to be resolved, especially if you're looking to move in with your partner, that type of thing. Or, move home or whatever. For some of you guys, it'll be somebody who's just not sure. And they're kind of showing you something that's making you feel a little bit off balance in the month of November with your relationship. And though they might come forward and, they'll be all lovey-dovey with you. And you might feel safe in that. And you might trust them. Because the Strength card means to trust. So it might mean that you trust what they say to you with this Knight of Cups and the Lover's energy. That still, in the outcome, they might still be looking for something else with that Three of Wands, which makes them indecisive because they're just not sure with the Moon card, or there might still just be things that you need to resolve. That is your love reading, Aries, for the month of November 2016. I would like to say thank you so much for using Carol's Universe for both readings, and I will speak to you in December. Take care.